What's up, everybody? I just never get over that introduction. I hear my guest in the background. He's laughing. He's enjoying it.
Yeah.
Stay off your mic is live. Be quiet till I bring you in.
It was my fault for not watching it before.
It's all right.
I didn't see that happening.
Okay, just hold on a minute. We're going to bring you in. I told him his mic was live, but it's okay. We're having fun. Welcome to the Fryar Place. I'm Irving Fryar. I'm the host here at the Fryar Place, where the conversations are fire, and we do have a fiery conversation for you today with my guest. But before we go there, I want to say a few shout outs. Vinny is on. Hey, shout out to Vinny. He's cooking with gas. Vinny said cooking with gas. Well, shout out to Lou Rogers, Vision Audio Visual for that introduction. Yeah, that video, the sound and the filming, all that he did, put all that together. He is awesome. Shout out to Alicia Way for these dope overlays, which you see all that motion, the fireplace and all this good stuff, these colors, purple and gold. Alicia Way, you are the man. Shout out to the Green Legion. Thank you, Green Legion, for your support of the Fryar Place. Also, Raymond I'm sorry, it's No Escape Gear. There it is. Yeah, Raymond Forbay from No Escape Gear. Thank you, sir, for your support of the Fryar Place. Listen, before we get into our guest, y'all come on in the room, put your comments in, say something. Please respond today. We're going to have a great conversation. Also, again, we want to continue to promote real people, real talk. Remember, we're asking those of you who have a story, you want to tell your story. We're calling this Real People Who Have Real Talk. We want you to send an email or a Word document or a PDF in the email to thefryarplace@gmail.com. thefryarplace@gmail.com. Send your story in. You have a story to tell. We want to hear your story. We will bring folk in on the 4th or the last Friday of every month. That's going to be our Real Talk, Real People, Real Talk show. We want to have you on. We'll read your stories. We'll notify you. We'll let you know that you've been selected to be on the show. Please send your story in to thefryarplace@gmail.com. You can send it in an email. You can send it with a PDF attached to an email. You can send it to a Word document attached to an email. But we wanted to hear your story. All of us have a story. Whatever it is you've been through, how you've overcome, and who you are now and how you're better because of it. Real people, real talk. Don't forget, listen, we also have merch here at the Fryar Place. Yeah. Go to millions.com/Irving-Fryar-football. Click up at the right-hand corner, Irving Fryar. Menu will drop down. You'll see merchandise. We got merch, hats, hoodies, T-shirts. Y'all come on in. I'll save it for later because my guest is attached to this. So I'm going to save it for later. So merch, come on, y'all. That Fryar Place merch. Mine hasn't come in yet. They're sending me some. It's my merchandise, so I don't have to pay for it. So I'm waiting. I guess they're sending it via Pony Express because it's taking a long time for it to get here. But when it gets here, you're going to see me. That's what we're going to wear from now on on the Fryer Place, the Fryer Place merch. So again, go to millions.com/Irving-Fryer-football. It's going right across the screen right now. Hey, what's going on? Sister Sally, Rashida, what's happening? Good to see you. Stu, what's going on? Mom, my mom is on right now. Yeah. Uncle Chucky's on as well, up all the way in the state of Washington. Good to see everybody. Thanks for joining us today. Listen, we're going to get right into my guest. Come on, to stop that. We're going to get right into my guest today. You saw my post on yesterday. He is a man that is doing some great things. He is the CEO, president of a nonprofit organization, or the nonprofit organization entitled A Need We Feed. Yes, his name is Cliff Baker, and we're going to bring him in right now. What's up, Cliff?
What's happening?
How you doing, man?
Have me today. I'm doing great.
Good. You look good too, man. You look like you're ready for this show.
I'm ready.
You didn't dress up for this, did you?
Don't go down. Just shirt up.
You got
shorts underneath.
You got your virtual uniform on.
The new Zoom.
Yeah.
The Zoom look.
The Zoom look. Yeah. Well, that's the world has changed. The world has changed over the last couple of years with regards to communicating and meetings and all that kind of stuff. And but it's good. Thanks for being on today. It's good to have you on. Here's what I want to tell you before we get started, before I have you tell your story, because I want you to tell everybody the same story, your story, how A Need We Feed. First, tell everybody about A Need We Feed, but tell them how A Need We Feed got started. But before you do that, I want to let you know that we just partnered or became a part of a company called Millions. It's a company that has formed, and the NFL alumni have partnered with Millions. We do watch parties. We do virtual responses to people's questions, or if they want us to say hi, or if they want us to say happy birthday to a family member, we respond to them with not virtually, but we'll respond with a video response. But they also have merchandise that they've started for us, a place where we can have merchandise to brand ourselves. So at the time when it started, I had the Fryer Place, and I was already in pursuit of trying to start a merchandise store, I guess, or a virtual store to sell merchandise. Well, the Millions started that. The Millions have that. And we have merch. We have the Fryer Place, hats, T-shirts, hoodies, and whatever else we decide we want to design. I'm going to go with sweatshirts, all that stuff. We're going to blow it up. We're going to blow it up. But here's what I want to tell you. 50 cents on every dollar that we raise with our merchandise is going to be donated to A Need We Feed.
50 cents of every dollar?
50 cents of every dollar that the Fryer Place receives as a result of folk purchasing merch, the Fryer Place merch. Wow. 50 cents on every dollar. Now, we're not going to make you millionaires because, we're slowly but surely, hopefully at some point we pick up momentum, pick up speed, and we'll do some significant numbers. But yeah, 50 cents on every dollar is going to A Need We Feed. So that's what I wanted to tell you. I almost slipped up and told you that yesterday.
You're so excited.
Yeah, I was. I can't hold a secret.
That's I'm proud of that.
Good.
I'm proud of that. Thank you. I love when I hear people who want to help and people who want to support.
Well, I mean, if we don't have that spirit to help others, to support others, again, we've had this conversation in the past. There is a need, a big need in this country, the United States of America, which is supposed to be the greatest country in the world. But we have a plethora of people in different arenas who need food, who are hungry, who are suffering. And frankly, it's amazing that is the case. And in my mind, that should not be. Not in this country. Yes.
It's so disturbing.
Yes.
Like in our own backyard.
Right.
Behind us.
Right.
Like it is.
Wait. It just came today. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all, for screaming. Guess what my wife just showed me? She just poked it in the door. Bam! Good gosh!
Wow.
It just came today.
Looky,
looky, y'all. Oh my
That's
gosh.
nice.
Y'all, look, they done messed up now.
Is that a double X?
No, it's large. I wear large. I don't wear no
No,
double
no.
X.
Oh, I thought you were showing my shirt.
No,
Like,
not yet.
huh?
I'm look at that there. Woo, it's
That's
on. It's
smart.
about to be on and
That's
popping. You
nice.
lucky we're online on the air. I'd take my shirt off and put it on, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm scared of people. What's up, Uncle Chuck? He says, hey Herb. Yep. Vinny said he's over at the store painting with gas. He's painting with gas right now.
Gas.
Yeah, we're doing some painting over at the Wings and Things. He's cooking with gas, and now he's painting with gas.
Don't mix the two.
Don't mix the two. Don't put
That's flammable.
Yeah, Vinny, don't put the paint in the food. All right. We don't want that. We want to stay in business. We want the food to be flavorful. Yeah, we want it to have good flavor, but not a paint flavor. No
Don't
paint.
leave the can near the gas.
And some of the paint is orange, so I don't know if he thinks that it would have an orange flavor to it, but no, we don't want to have orange paint in the food. Man, look at that. That is awesome. Thank you, Millions. The Fryer Place. Good gosh, I like that. And it shows up well on the camera, too. Man, oh, okay, I'm a little bit excited. Gretchen and Jim, what's going on, Gretchen and Jim? Rodney Lewis, hey, man, what's up? How you doing? Hope, my sister Hope is watching. Rashida, did I say hi? Hey, Rashida, how you doing? So Cliff, I try to interact with the people.
Yeah, you got your mom and your sister. I'm nervous now.
Well, I have my mother and one of my sisters. I have a sister named Faith.
Okay.
That's my oldest sister. I'm the middle child. I have a sister. My oldest sister's name is Faith, and my mother had 3 children, and my younger sister's name is Hope. Yeah, so go figure. Go figure. Yeah, what happened to me? Go figure how I got the name Irving. Irving.
Where'd that come from? Mom, what happened, Mom?
Well, she actually, my uncle, her brother's middle name is Irving. So his name is Arnold Irving Oakman. So she named me after him.
Okay.
Which still I'm not really happy about.
Tell Mom I said hi. Hi, Mom.
Mom, Cliff said hi. Say hi to Cliff, and I'll put it up on the screen when you say hi, if I can find it. So everybody's saying that's awesome about my shirt. Vinny said we have hot sauce for that. Hot sauce for instead of the paint, you use hot sauce.
Okay.
On the wings, right? Yeah, them wings. I'm getting a lot of people asking me. There was somebody that rolled up yesterday. When are y'all gonna be open? When is it gonna be open? So we're getting some good response, and word, we haven't even advertised. Word is getting around that there's going to be a Wings and Things at 400 Washington Street, Mount Holly, New Jersey. So Vinny, you're doing a great job. People are seeing it, and people just nosy,
Well, you know what it is too? Is the reputation.
Well, you think so?
Reputation of Wings
and Things, yeah. Wings and
They
Things.
got a reputation for good food.
Right.
It follows them wherever they go.
Right. So we'll do well right there.
Yep.
Mom said hi, Cliff. I'm gonna put Mom up there. Let me see if you can see that.
I see it.
Put it. Can you see? Let me put it where you can see it. Okay. All right, there it is, right there. She said hi, Cliff. So Cliff, tell us about Wings and Things. Tell us about. Got me stuck on
we
Wings.
can start with the connection of Wings and Things.
No. I want you to start with A Need We Feed. First, okay. Tell us about A Need We Feed. What exactly? And I brag on A Need We Feed, but tell us about A Need We Feed, and then tell us how A Need We Feed started, and then we'll just go from there. Now I'm going to jump in and out at times and give you the screen, but go ahead. Tell us about A Need We Feed, how people can support A Need We Feed. I have aneedwefeed.org. That's your website. Yes. I have that underneath your name. We'll tell people how they.
There. If you want to donate, every dollar they give to us goes to us purchasing meals from our local restaurants that are supplied to our veterans, homebound seniors, children, and families who are in need. Every dollar. We right now purchase 1,511 meals a week. We're spending over $15,000 a week with all our local restaurants to purchase meals that are then delivered to our veterans, homebound seniors, children, and families who are in need.
That's awesome.
Thank you. This is a big project. It takes a big team to make this happen. Wings and Things is a very important part of this. Vinny has become very active in supporting a need we feed. And you know what I love most about Vinny?
What
When
what
he calls me, he says, we have to do this. We have to do this. Vinny has taken ownership of a need we feed. That's how much pride. I love when I hear people talk like that because that's about pride. That
right,
pride
right.
in supporting, pride in helping. And that's what gives me motivation. That's
Hmm.
what gives me my gas to cook.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a heavy load that you're carrying. It's not it. I mean, the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. So when you take on a task like this, it's good to know that you have somebody standing beside you. It's good to know that you have a like-minded person
Right,
thinking, the same thing that you're thinking, and that it's going to take a we and not a me to get it
right,
done.
right.
And that's how Vinny has always been. I've known Vinny for almost 30 years now. And yeah, when he attaches himself, it is we. It
Yes.
is we. He doesn't do it by himself. He won't let you do it by yourself. It's
Right.
a
And
it's
he's
a
all in.
yeah, and he's
All
all
in.
in. Yeah, it's a combined effort. It's all in.
Right.
So so
But
so tell that story. Can you tell the story about how A Need We Feed got started?
got
Because
started.
it's divine when you think about it, how everything took place, the things that happened. It's divine. It's as if God, you know, revealed the situation and the door opened, and then A Need We Feed was birthed.
Yes, you say that, and especially recently is when I started, thanking God more
Mm-hmm.
for giving me this opportunity in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So this started after Hurricane Sandy. I've been in the restaurant industry selling restaurant supplies for the past 30 years for Singer Equipment Company. And one of my customers, actually, many of our customers got destroyed from Hurricane Sandy.
Mm-hmm.
So the storm hits, we start to rebuild. Um, Probably 3 weeks after the storm, we start getting back to business as normal. I go to visit one of my customers. He was Boston's and Tom's River. I'm in there doing my weekly business with the customer. The restaurant's just getting ready to open, and we notice two young military kids walk in. And I immediately flash back to 1987. I served in the United States Navy. I remember being overseas in France,
Mm-hmm.
feeling lost, feeling out of place, not knowing where to go. I saw that look on these two guys' face. So we invite them in. Come on in, guys. The bar's open. Come sit here with us. Tell us what's going on. They start a conversation telling us they're here helping us restore the shore. I'm like, that's fantastic.
Nice.
Have a little conversation with the guys. We talk some more. I said, you know what? Thanksgiving's like 3 weeks away. What are you guys going to do? Well, we have no place to go. We're from Kentucky. We have no friends, no family. We have no place to go. That's when the moment hits me, my aha moment. I'm like, now you do. I'm inviting you guys to my house. I'm going to make a Thanksgiving dinner for you as a way of saying thank you for what you're doing here to help us restore the shore. I
Nice.
said, as a matter of fact, you tell everyone who's over there. This is the Seaside Heights area, right over the Seaside Bridge,
Mm-hmm.
Seaside Heights, Seaside Park. I said, you say, who's ever over there, you tell them, come to my house. I'm opening up my home to every first responder, military, police that are here helping us with no place to go. You're coming to my house for Thanksgiving. He said, Cliff, that's great, but there's 350 of us. I was like, oh my God. Now,
Wow.
now this is me. I like to just jump in,
Right.
all in,
Right.
go,
Yeah.
see what happens, and then react to it. So I talk to them, I get their information, I walk out to my car, I sit there for a second, I was like, whoa, what did I just commit to?
300 people.
I said, what am I going to do? At the time, one of my very good friends, Chef Mike from Lank Bar and Grill, was going from his Point Pleasant restaurant to back to Lank Bar and Grill.
Mm-hmm.
His restaurant got hit during Hurricane Sandy, so he was not able to reopen. I knew he was available. I said, Mike, I just committed to feed 350 people. He goes, Cliff, we got this. He's got
Nice.
that big aggressive tone. Let's go.
That's another we. That's another
Another
we.
way.
Yeah.
Another way. I said, Mike, let's go. He calls all his restaurant friends, gets all kinds of turkeys donated, calls another restaurant of ours, Caffrey's. He donates 400 pounds of mashed potatoes. Mulligan's donates 400 pounds of vegetables. We get all this product brought to my house. I'm talking just a normal little house with a little 6 burner range, home style range, nothing commercial in this house at all. We got 50 volunteers. We got 5 chefs destroying the house. I mean, just destroying the house. We set up the garage as a big buffet. The manufacturers I deal with were so generous, gave us everything: chafing dishes, holding boxes, just the works. Someone donated tables, chairs, and a tent for outside in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Mike came up with a plan. He goes, here's what we'll do, Cliff. We'll get 100 people in. We'll serve them. They'll have their meal, have their dessert, go back over, and we'll have the next 100 come in. We'll do 3 seatings of 100. So there you go, Mike, restaurant mind. Beautiful. Nice. We call the volunteers together and say, here's our game plan. As we are ready to serve, the first responder calls and says, Cliff, we're not allowed to cross the Seaside Bridge. They put martial law in effect where the military blockaded the bridge. No one was allowed to come or go.
Wow.
We're like, now what? Now what? By chance, we talk about by chance, a volunteer raised his hand and said, I'm a Toms River firefighter. I can get us a fire truck. It's like, what? Come on. He went downtown by Capone's, went and got a fire truck. Now, I live on a cul-de-sac. Mm-hmm. So tell all our volunteers, pack everything up into packaging. One of our vendors gave us to-go packaging.
Uh-huh.
So let's put a meal into a package, put it in a bag, get the driveway lined up. When the fire truck comes here, we'll load up the fire truck and go. Start looking down the street. My man brought a hook and ladder fire truck. Big thing, took up the cul-de-sac, the entire cul-de-sac. Oh, my neighbor.
You asked for a fire truck. I told you I had a fire truck. Yeah.
So we took 350 meals, loaded them onto this fire truck. The fire truck was allowed to pass the military because they were considered a first respond vehicle. They went over into the Seaside area, found all the pockets of first responders, and we delivered a hot meal on Thanksgiving.
Wow.
That's how A Need We Feed was born.
Wow.
So after Thanksgiving, Mike and I are at Aqua Blue, one of our restaurants, recapping the day. Mike, that was insane. I can't believe what we did. How'd this happen? Blah, blah, blah. Someone at the bar overhears that conversation. Comes over to us and said, hey, guys, I'm hearing what you're doing. I said, we have a bunch of volunteers and first responders in the Brick Manalocan area. They would love a meal. Mike and I look at each other, and we're like, I'll do it again, but I can't do it out of my house.
Not the house.
I said, no way. No way am I trying this again out of the house.
Right.
The owner of Aqua Blue hears the conversation, takes the keys to her restaurant out of her pocket, puts them in my hand.
Wow.
Says, Cliff, use my restaurant on Christmas morning.
Wow.
Gave us her restaurant to use on Christmas morning.
That's
so
awesome.
We got enough food together to feed 650 people. Set up 2 big assembly lines, package it all, turkey, mashed potato stuff, the works. Pass it down the line, put a lid on it, put it out on the loading dock, had about 20 volunteer drivers load up their bags, and off they went. From Manalocan all the way to Island Beach State Park, we delivered 650 meals on Christmas morning. People started hearing about what we were doing, loved the idea, so we decided to do it again the following Thanksgiving, Christmas, do it one more year, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Then Christmas of 2015 happens.
Mm-hmm.
My son's a delivery driver and makes a delivery to a local hotel, which was in Lacey Township. Knocks on the door, has a bag with our logo on it. Gentleman opens the door. He says, Merry Christmas from A Need We Feed. Here's a meal on us. Merry Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
The gentleman that opened the door was a veteran who had his gun loaded and was ready to pull the trigger. Like literally 10 seconds later, and it would have been too late. If my son got there 10 seconds later, it was over.
Wow.
So he says this to my son. My son goes back in the car with his friend, Nick. The 2 of them grab some extra meals. The 2 of them sit in the hotel room with this gentleman for 30 minutes on Christmas morning. The veteran said this was the first time I had company, someone to see, someone to talk to in nearly a year.
Wow.
He had given up, lost hope, and was ready to end his life. My son comes home, tells me that story. I'm like, wow, we cannot. Look at the importance of this meal. Look what this meal just did. It literally saved someone's life. I said, we cannot wait until next Thanksgiving to go see this gentleman again. There could be other scenarios out there like this.
Right.
Now, at the time, we're just a bunch of Robin Hoods, volunteers, just begging and pleading, food donations, help us, help us, help us.
Right.
I said, it takes time to put this together. I said, you know what? In about 3 months is Easter. Let's do this again for Easter. In 3 more months after that, it'll be 4th of July. I said, let's get a little cycle going. Let's go see them every couple months so they know they're not forgotten. So they know we're thinking about them.
Right. Right.
It was a humbling experience to know that what we were doing now had such an impact. We didn't realize how important this had become.
Right.
That we literally saved someone's life. Like sometimes when I say it, I still can't believe it.
When I hear you say it, every time I hear you say it, and that's the second time I've heard that story, I can't believe it either.
Right? It was mind blowing.
It's meant to be.
Right.
The need we feed is meant to be. It's divine. It's God ordained.
And that's where, personally, people always ask me, why do I do this? Why did I start this? Why am I so passionate about it? I had a personal experience myself when I was in the service in 1987. We were on deployment overseas in the Mediterranean Ocean. My ship I was on was called the Sims. We were on orders to go to the Persian Gulf. Hours before, our orders were changed and we were told to go to Yugoslavia. The ship that replaced us, the Stark, went into the Persian Gulf. Hours later, the Stark was hit by 2 missiles.
Wow.
In sonar, where I would have been working or sleeping. 47 sailors died. That should have been me. Whew. I carry that guilt forever that God let me come home. He didn't let 42 of my shipmates come home, but he let me come home. There had to be a reason. He had a purpose for me.
Can I say something to you? You said that you carry that guilt. Well, first of all, God is in control and God knows exactly what he's doing. And you weren't supposed to be there. Yes, you were supposed to come to the realization and the revelation that could have been you. That could have been you. But the guilt that you say you feel, that's illegitimate guilt because you had no control over that. So if you're feeling guilty, it's illegitimate. And sometimes the enemy will play with our minds and cause us to carry illegitimate guilt to keep us from accomplishing the goals that the Lord has for us. So though you have maybe been carrying that guilt, you're still on track and you're still accomplishing what the Lord has purposed in your life. He has. This is something, again, I mean, I've been involved. This is not something for the weak-hearted or the weak at mind. This is not something that people who are selfish can do or will do. This is not a task that people who think about themselves and not think about other people and put other people before themselves and consider other people and think more of other people than they do of themselves. This is not the kind of task that people like that will do. You're one of those Jesus-hearted people. You have a heart like Christ because Christ came to serve others. He didn't come to be served. He came to serve others. And you have a servant's heart. You do. You have a servant's heart. There's no need to feel guilty about that. That's because people need people. This world needs more people like Cliff Baker. This world needs more people who care. Watch the news. Listen to the news. Get on social media and watch social media. Social media is full of bad news all the time. Full of cynical. People are cynical. People are selfish. People are self-centered. People don't care about other people. People will down other people and put other people at bay and use other people to climb on top of them for their own success, to get themselves to where they want to be. So reaching out and giving to others with no expectation of anything returned at all and doing it with the right attitude, with the attitude of gratefulness and an attitude that loves to give. Man, that's rare, Cliff. You don't find people like you around that. And that's why I'm connected to you, because I recognize that. And that's how I am. I'm not saying that to brag on myself, but birds of a feather flock together. That's how I am. I care about people. I do, as much as people get on my nerves. They do. Trust me. They get on my nerves.
But that's a big challenge.
Yeah, but I care about people. I can't help it. I can't help it. And many times I say, I ain't going to do that. I don't care. There I go. There I go again. There I go again. Back out there, exposing myself, putting myself not in harm's way, but putting other people before myself, because that's just how we are. And that's why we connected. We talked yesterday for a minute while we were trying to figure out whether, trying to get you acclimated to coming in on the show. And you did a good job. You can, by the way, I told you about Uncle Chucky. Uncle Chucky was trying to he's on this. He's right there. He said, "You're blessed, kid." This is him right here. Let me put him up. That's Chucky right there. That's my uncle, the one that was trying to come on the show and couldn't come on the show. Everybody,
nice to see you, Chucky.
Yeah, Uncle Chucky. Everybody was trying to get him on the show. Come on, Chuck. Come on. He tried like 50 times, and then we tried again in private. He still couldn't get on. So he's on with comments. I have to put him on with the comments. But you came on, no problem at all.
No problem. Chucky, I'll show you, Chucky.
Chuck, shame on you, man. I don't know how we're going to get you straight, but we're going to get you straight. But we were talking yesterday when you came on, we did a dry run, and you were talking about the active military and their spouses here at Fort Dix, where we serviced, where a need we feed. And I say we like Vinny, where we feed.
You own it.
Tell us about that. And because that was, I'm like, what? That's impossible. What you told me yesterday, what you shared with me is impossible. Impossible. Tell the folk about that.
Probably about 2 months ago, I started hearing scuttlebutt, we call it, rumors about the active military struggling. So I scheduled a meeting to meet with the American Legion in Toms River. And when I met with them yesterday, we started a discussion about our active service families. We started discussing the situation they're in, how it became worse because of COVID. A lot of them weren't allowed to leave the base, so they had to give up their second income. The spouse who stayed behind as their significant other was overseas fighting for us, they were home working a second job just so they could stay above poverty level. I found out yesterday that our active families qualify for food stamps. Just listen to that. Our active families qualify based on their income for food stamps. How is that possible? How is someone who is defending our country, risking their lives for the safety of us? Imagine I'm overseas defending our country, and half my mind I'm thinking about home, that my wife and children might not have something to eat tonight.
Right. Can't pay the bills. That should not be.
Can't pay the bills. How can I even say that? How can I say that? I'm an emotional guy. I was called the Hulk. Sometimes they call me the Hulk. I just rage and I want to go crazy. Like I can't.
But it doesn't make sense for.
It doesn't make sense.
Our military. I mean, it may be, as I said yesterday, it may be okay for someone who's single. If I'm single and the salary I'm receiving or what I'm receiving from the military takes care of me, more than likely that's the case. It'll be all right. But if I have a wife and kids and school, or if my kids are a little bit older, there's a lot more that goes into it than just being single and having to take care of just myself. And if they're unable, they're not receiving enough money to be able to take care of their families, then there's something wrong with that. Is there an adjustment when you get married or when you have kids, as opposed to just being single?
Here's some of the other issues that happen. So being in the service, you're transferred often. So I could be stationed 6 months ago in California.
Right.
My wife might be working as a nurse, as a hairdresser, anything that requires a license.
Right.
When we get transferred to New Jersey, the licenses don't transfer.
Right.
So now my wife can't get a job as a nurse, can't get a job as a hairdresser, school teacher, whatever. So now we lost our second income.
Right. Yeah.
The
unless she goes back to school, spends money
right,
on school to get another license. And that's New Jersey. It's funny because New Jersey is non-reciprocal to a lot of states when it comes to those kind of licenses. But when you get a license in Jersey, oftentimes those licenses, you can use them in other states.
right. So I found out 135 licenses are not transferable.
Yes, here in Jersey.
So it's like,
That's New Jersey's crazy.
That's insane. So then I find out that the daycare that was offered to their families were a contracted vendor that's brought on to the base. So it's not a government issued contract. It's an outside source that due to COVID, they had to eliminate. So now there's no daycare. So even if they were able to get a second job, which is still mind blowing that you have to get a second job just to support a military family,
Right.
they don't have the daycare for their children.
So now they can't work.
They can't work. Yeah. So they've been stuck now on the base for years, literally 2 years. So I say, how can Aniwi Feed help? What can we do? Can we bring them meals? Again, there's stipulations.
No, you can't bring
bottom line stamp. No.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Can I do this? No.
No.
Can I do this? No. Like we have to. I'm not going to stop until we find a way. How can we take care of these families? We came up with an idea.
Genius. And this is genius. Genius.
We're going to offer Friday night out for our active service families, compliments of Aniwi Feed and the Coffee Platoon. I'm like, that, when I made that suggestion to the people at the American Legion, they stopped. They teared up. Their hair on their arms stood up. They're like, that is an unbelievable idea. They haven't been allowed to leave the base for 2 years. Now we're going to give them a night out.
Yeah, tell everybody what that entails.
So we started that we were going to do, you go to a restaurant. So the family, say my family, 4 of us, go out to eat. We pick wings and things. We pick Hangar 21, 3B. We're going to have a variety of restaurants available to these families. They go to the restaurant, they sit down, the server comes up to them, they show their military ID. No questions, nothing else, no information taken. We then make a note that this table of 4 is on Aniwi Feed, compliments of Aniwi Feed, no charge.
Nice.
They're going to have a night out, a full dinner, 3-course dinner, soup, salad, complete nutritious meal, dessert. We're going to treat them to a nice dinner out. Then the guy from American Legion says, you know what? Let's do even more. I'm going to hit the movie theaters. I'm going to hit the bowling alleys. I'm going to get gift cards. So now we're going to offer them dinner and a movie.
Right.
Dinner and bowling.
Nice.
I'm like, this is awesome.
Yes.
This is the way we say thank you to our active service, active, current, in the military right now. This is how we say thank you to these families who are sacrificing everything to protect us.
Yes, it's military life is rough anyway. You're always on, today in the 21st century with all these hot spots across the world, you never know what's going to happen. So you're always on pins and needles. But then, like you said, the travel component, you're stationed here, you're shifted over there. You got to pick your family up and move this way and move that way. And then, having to leave your family and being overseas, not knowing what's going on with your family or whether your family is okay because they don't have the resources that they need to pay the bills or to feed themselves. That's just unbelievably, it seems as though it would be unbelievably stressful if I was a soldier.
So much stress.
And our soldiers take care of us. They protect us. We're supposed to take care of them. We pay a lot of taxes. So I don't know where our tax dollars are going, but more of our tax dollars should go towards taking care of our military.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now you talk about family. So the restaurants, they are family. I've been serving these restaurants for 30 years. We are one big family.
Nice.
So when I started talking about this idea, we came up with the concept of Restaurant Week for our active service.
Okay.
So we're going to get about 20, 25 participating restaurants who are going to offer our own version of Restaurant Week. So say, for example, we pick out like the 3rd week of March. If you go visit one of these participating restaurants during that week, 20% of your bill, your total check, is going to go into the pot that will be used to purchase these meals for our veterans, our active service, on Friday night.
Nice. From all
How
the
great is that?
restaurants, from all of those
All the
restaurants.
restaurants. So
Yes,
we're gonna get a whole list of restaurant wings and things. Like I
that's
said,
great.
Aqua Blue,
Yes.
Chef Mike from Lang Bar and Grill. He can't wait to get this started.
Yeah. And that's genius
So,
as well. Yeah, that's great.
so it's like it's their way of helping. So you go out to eat. Everybody wants to go out to eat. Now choose one of these restaurants because 20% of your check will go towards the pot that will be used to purchase these meals.
Nice, nice.
I mean, it's a win-win. I love the concept of win-win.
Chucky said, my Uncle Chucky says, Marines, when he was a Marine, he says Marines were no joke.
No joke.
He was.
No joke.
I remember stories him telling me about Paris Island. Oh my gosh, that was a rough time.
Wait, is that in California, in San Diego?
I don't know where Paris Island is. All I know is it was horrible. All the stories he told me about it was horrible. It's an island, and I guess there's one bridge on and that same bridge off. And there were guys or Marines who were in training trying to get off, trying to escape.
I went to boot camp in San Diego.
Okay, and I guess there's alligators in the water. That's enough.
Now here's a funny story for Chuck. Right?
Okay.
You said Chuck was the one who was in the Marines?
Yes, Uncle Chucky. Yep. Here you go, Chuck.
So we had a veteran who's in distress. Now, as Chuck and I know, veterans are very proud. They don't like to ask for help. They don't need it, don't need the support. We had one who was struggling, who was losing everything. He wouldn't talk to certain people. I didn't feel comfortable. So the call got to me and they said, Cliff, can you help this guy out? Can you give him a call? We want to offer him some gift cards. We want to offer him some help. We started a conversation and he's kind of cold to me, not being very receptive. And I said, listen, I was in the service as well. I served in the Navy. I know what we're going through. The second I mentioned the word Navy, you guys gave us rides. That's all you were good for was the ride. He was a Marine, and he lit up the second I told him I was in the Navy. It was hysterical. We had a great conversation, but it broke the ice.
Right,
It made him feel comfortable knowing he was talking to another veteran.
Yeah.
But I think Chucky will appreciate that. He'll probably say the same thing. That's all we were good for.
Well, it's all military, but it's like the different fraternities. We're all Greek. We're all Greek, just a different fraternity, a different branch of the Greek. That's all. Chucky said Paris Island was in South Carolina. That's what he said. All right. I think let me put that up there. Oh, I'm spinning. My computer's thinking now. Okay. And then Stuart Winrow, who's on, he was in the U.S. Army. Paris Islands, and he said Paris Islands in South Carolina. How do you know?
Well, thank you guys for your service.
Yeah, thank you guys for your service. We have an event coming up, and I say we again. We have an event coming up Sunday.
Yes.
Well, you forgot?
I really did.
Did you forget?
I can't believe it's this weekend already. Like, whoa.
It's this weekend. It's in 2 days. Right. The day after tomorrow. Yeah. I'm going to have to leave a little bit early because I have my watch party, but we have an event. Tell everybody about the event that we have coming up.
So our friends Pharaoh's Teas and Spicy Cantina on the Seaside Boardwalk organize an event called Meet and Greet.
Okay.
So we're going to have 6 awesome athletes, including our man right here, Irving, at the event doing questions and answers, autographs, and photos. It's $40 to get in, $4 to $40 admission. Everyone gets 1 photo and 1 autograph. The proceeds will go to a need we feed, and it's going to be an awesome event. I mean, how cool. We have Irving, we have yourself, we have Stephen Baker, we have Mark Gastineau.
Oh, right? Gastineau. I can't wait to see him. I played during Gastineau's era, man.
Did you?
Yeah. Gastineau was a beast.
Beast.
That's one of the cats you really didn't want to mess with.
Now, I don't know if you knew this, but I found out my friend Artie is very good friends with Mark Gastineau. Mark Gastineau had leg issues where they were almost saying he wasn't going to walk.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So that he had, imagine, listen, I love your story, and I'm not going to, in case anybody's going, I'm going to wait for you to tell your story.
No, we all know my story. I mean, my story is, I'm free and I'm open. My story is it's documented. Your story
in high school about how you wanted to go do something else.
Oh yeah. That's documented. That's documented too. My whole story, everything.
Well, I love that story. And I love the part that got you inspired to play.
Right. Right.
That's my favorite part of the story.
Right.
So
well,
we'll have to make sure you tell that to everybody on
because
Sunday.
somebody said I couldn't.
Right. Got
Somebody
you
said I
fired up,
couldn't.
got you motivated.
That's one of the things, like with my pastoring. When my congregants say, "Pastor, you're doing a good job," I don't like when they say that, because that makes me work harder. I start working harder. I'm like, doing a good job. Okay, let me work harder. Let me do a better job.
Do better. Right.
Oh man, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. So the event should be fun.
Yeah.
That's really picking up a lot of momentum. That'll be a great day. So we got 3 football players. Then we have Christy Rampone,
Okay.
the Olympic soccer player.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Todd Frazier,
Okay.
the Tom's River East baseball player, and Frankie Edgar, the UFC champion.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I'm excited to meet these guys. I've never met them. I met Gastineau before, but the rest of them I've never met before. So I'm excited to meet these guys. That's great. That's great. And then we're looking at doing a golf tournament in September down in Heron. Yeah, Blue Heron down in where is that? Where's the Blue Heron at? Somewhere down near
North Atlantic City, right?
Yeah, North Atlantic City. So we're looking to do a golf tournament then.
Yes.
So everybody, please, keep your ears and your eyes open for all of these great events that are taking place with A Need We Feed. Go to aneedwefeed.org and check out the website. And don't forget to support. Don't forget to support, not only with the Fryer Place.
Do this without your help.
Right.
We can't do what we do without your help.
Right. And don't forget, so if you're supportive of the Fryer Place and the merch area is going to go towards 50 cents on every dollar is going towards supplying any monies. It won't be a lot, but everything helps. You're right. Everything helps. And I mean, who knows? It may be a lot. That'll be great if it's a lot. That'll be great. The more we can do, the more people we can help. So, so Cliff, thanks, man, for being with us today. It's good to see you. You look good, man. I wish my skin shine like your skin shine. My skin doesn't shine like you. What I need to put the...
I said it's that filter you gave me. You gave me that nice filter.
Listen, we're cooking with gas, man.
We are cooking with gas.
We're on fire. We're going to help these people. We're going to continue to do the work of the Lord, because that's a part of the work of the Lord, feeding folk. The poor will always be among you. But the reason there's poor is the same reason there's the rich. The rich are supposed to help the poor. Those who have are supposed to help those who don't have. That's how life is supposed to be. No man is an island by themselves. No one of us. All of us at some point, and I don't care, you can walk around talking about, I'm a self-made person. I'm not talking to you, Cliff. I'm talking to everybody now. Walk around talking about, I'm not talking to Cliff right now. I'm talking to everybody who's listening. Yeah, I'm talking to everybody who's listening. Walk around talking about, I'm a self-made man. I'm a self-made. I want to pull myself up by my own boot. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. At some point, everybody needs somebody's help. Everybody. You can be as prideful as you want to. You can be as proud as you want to. You can be as selfish as you want to. At some point, you're going to need somebody's help, right? And you reap what you sow. I don't know, nobody helped me. Well, who you helping? Nobody came to see me when I was in the hospital. Who'd you go see when they were in the hospital? Well, I don't know nobody in the hospital. The hospitals are full of people right now. You don't have to know them. Who'd you go see when they're in the hospital? Nobody helped. Well, who you help? Nobody came to see me when I was sick. Who did you go see when they were sick? You reap what you sow.
Amen.
Nobody giving me anything. What are you giving to somebody? Amen. Cliff, thanks, man. Cooking with gas. Cliff, thanks. Bang. Yes, I like that. I'm gonna get you one of these. All right. You're gonna get one of these. I'm gonna get you one of these for sure.
You're gonna bring some on Sunday.
I don't know how many came. If I don't know how many came, I have to check. My wife just poked this one through the door when I was talking. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, bring some on Sunday.
So if there's more, I'll bring some, but I don't know what they sent me. If not, we'll do something. I'll make sure they're at the golf tournament for sure.
Yep.
All right, my brother.
Thank you.
We're gonna go out. Thank you for being with us today. Great show, great story. A Need We Feed, everybody. This is my brother, Cliff Baker. I want to thank him.
You're not going to dance again, are you?
No, not when we go off. No. I wasn't dancing live. That wasn't me live. But we do go off off with a bang. But I'm going to get you off, and then I got to say hi to some folk, do some shout outs, and then we're going to go off. All right. But thank you, my brother. We'll see you. We actually got to get together here in the next few days because we got to start working towards that golf tournament and solidifying some things. All right.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you. God bless you. Thanks for being with us. I'll talk to you later.
See you Sunday.
All right. See you Sunday. Yes, I'll see you Sunday. All right. Take care. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There he goes. He's gone. What's up, y'all? Stu said preach. I was sneaking a preach, Stu. Let me move my name out of there. I was sneaking a preach. I didn't mean to start preaching, Stu. I was just trying to, encourage folk, tell the truth. That's what I do. David Hunt, what's happening, my brother? How are you, sir? God bless you. Good to see you. My stream deck is acting up right now. I'm trying to get this stuff. Oh, okay. That's why it's not going away. Let me do this. Bang. Okay, it's still not working. Anyway, David Hunt, good to see you. Sheeta, thank you. That was good. It's good. This is kind of what I want to do with real people, real talk. Although, Cliff would be considered a person we're trying to tell a story and promote what he's doing. But this was kind of what I have in mind when we talk about real people. There's people all over the world doing great things. And their story needs to be told. So that's why we had them on today. Please, aneedwefeed.org. Go to the website, support, even if it's just a couple of dollars, or go to the fireplace and purchase some merch, even if it's just a few dollars. 50 cents on every dollar is being donated to A Need We Feed. All good, Stu said. Stu, Chuck, nice to meet you, Cliff. Mom said awesome information. That was good today. I'm trying to get my name out of there, but my stream deck is acting up today. I don't know what. Sometimes these electronics are just out of control. Thank you, everybody, for being with us today. Fryar Place, here we had a conversation that was fire. Unbelievable what A Need We Feed is doing. Unbelievable the needs we have in this country. Unbelievable. So let's make sure Vanetta, hey, God bless. Yep, she said, bless you, Keith. He is blessed and he is highly favored. God is working with him, working on him, and working through him. But good to see everybody. I think I covered everybody and threw everybody up. Gretchen, I don't know if you're still there. Gretchen and Jim, good to see you. Going to get one of those chambers eventually. It snowed in Ohio. Oh, here, snowed in Ohio. Yeah, we got snow here. It's going away in New Jersey, but hope you're still here. God bless you. Good to see you, sis. Hey, Rashida. All right, we're out of here, y'all. It's almost 1:00. Actually, this was kind of our shortest show. Sister Sally, always good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to be out of here. Shout out to Green Legion, their support of the Fryar Place. Shout out to Alicia Way, these wonderful overlays. Shout out to Lou Rogers, Vision Audio Visual, for doing our intro. Yeah, the music and the video and all that. He's great. Raymond, shout out to you. Yep, Raymond with No Escape Gear. God bless you, man. Yo, that's it. We'll be back next week. Same time, same place, same purpose, to have a conversation that's fire. I'm not going to tell you who our guest is next week. I can tell you, well, I'm not even going to tell you who's going to be our guest in 2 weeks. I have someone scheduled, 2 people scheduled for 2 weeks from now, and that conversation is going to be crazy. But I'll let you know this week. During the week, we'll post. I'll let you know who's going to be on next week. We thank you for your support of the Fryar Place. We thank you for your faithfulness, for always coming in and being a part of the conversation, interacting with us in the comments. Thank you. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. That's important in this monetization, I guess, so we can monetize this thing after a while. But make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the thumbs up here at the Fryar Place. Y'all, we're out. I'll see you next week, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. That's what we say at the church. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. We'll see you next week. All right. God bless you. Stay safe. Mask up, please. Mask up. Socially distance yourself. Make sure you wash your hands. Take care of yourself and your family. One love.